YouTube, what's the big old deal? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy, and we back with another one. Hey, before we get into it, man, let me holler at y'all before we get into this documentary series, man. I just want to say this because it was sitting on my top, right? Sometimes, man, people ain't talking to you because they care. They talking to you because they studying you. You know what I'm saying? They talking to you because they collecting information, gang. Y'all got to understand, in the beginning, when you just running your mouth, it feels normal. You understand what I'm saying? And, they agreeing with you say, they shaking their head. But at the same time, though, they watching your move. They studying your weakness. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes silence is golden. Stop telling everybody what you got going on in your life because people are collecting information on you. Then they take your information and use it against you. So make sure y'all stop running y'all mouth out here on this black top. Trust nobody. You got to decide you going to either be a victim or a suspect. You see what I'm saying? And that's all on you, bro. I tell y'all, every day you walk outside that house, it's a dog fight because you might got somebody like that. Hey, you know what? I understand. Oh, I've been through that too. Knowing that y'all don't have the same similarities, bro. They watching what you say. They collecting your information. They studying you. And then they go off and play your story as if that's their story. So be careful with running y'all mouth out here, man. But anyway, Trap Lord Ross just dropped a new crazy documentary series about Ant Hefe called The No Jumper Murder. He the only one that could do it because us street alumni members, we can't never drop nothing like that. I have not seen it. I'm pretty sure he's going to narrate. I suggest y'all watch it. You know what I'm saying? See what he's digged in and he could demonstrate or project what Ant Hefe's life looked like. Not saying that it's accurate, but it's just a perspective. So with that being said, man, let's get to the content. Let's go. Shout out to Trap Lord Ross. Let's go.
People, it's happened again. Another No Jumper host has been arrested, and this time it's for murder. Over recent years, No Jumper has developed a reputation as a pipeline that takes figures from the gangbanging world of the LA streets to being entertainers, podcasters, and rappers. But unfortunately, as we see time and time again, not everybody makes it to the promised land of podcast glory. In fact, over the past few years, an unsettling number of hosts, affiliates, and regular faces connected to No Jumper have ended up tied to serious criminal cases. This has created endless rumors online, with people making ridiculous claims that real law enforcement, the FBI, the ATF, the CIA must be heavily monitoring or even are the ones operating the No Jumper podcast studio, with many people pushing the wild theory that the owner, Adam22, might just be a full-blown federal agent. Anyway, there's no real evidence that ties No Jumper to the feds. That's just the reality of hosting and offering opportunities to so many figures that have got ties to the real-life streets and gangs. But unfortunately, the accusations that No Jumper is the feds is not going to be helped by the recent news that a fan-favorite host from this new generation of street figures on the mic, Ant Hefe, real name Maurice Shellman, was just taken into custody by LAPD's robbery homicide division on felony murder charges and initially set a hefty $1 million bail. But apparently that wasn't even enough, and records later showed that after a hearing, his bail had increased to over $2 million, which could potentially point to prosecutors having access to evidence that's particularly damaging for Ant Hefe's case. But what's been happening in the courtroom is just one small aspect of this case, because while the lawyers haven't really said much yet, the streets of LA have definitely been talking. And despite many people throwing out false theories of exactly what had gone down in the murder that Ant was charged with, now that the dust has settled and the truth's coming out about the situation, we're seeing signs that there might be serious internal tensions within the H-Ray Gangster Crips, the infamous LA gang that Ant Hefe has publicly claimed allegiance to. So after seeing the news of his arrest, we decided to dig a bit deeper and found out that there might be something much more going on here than just a typical murder investigation.
Most people using ChatGPT and Claude are leaving 80% of the value on the table. Here's how the top 1% of the users.
Content warning. This video is about a sensitive topic involving loss of life. We've removed any graphic content to comply with YouTube's guidelines. We aim to provide informative, factual journalism on a tragic event in the public interest that does not dismiss its seriousness. All clips are used under the doctrine of fair use for news reporting and analysis. Some points made in this video are opinions and theories. I'm not responsible for third-party information. If you want to watch my videos uncut and extended, go to patreon.com/traplawross, where you can get those for just $2. Also, you can now watch my new drops on Spotify, so go search me there. Here's the video. If you're not tapped into LA street politics or the city's underground rap scene, there's a good chance you might not have heard of Ant Hefe. But to those that are familiar with that world, he's someone that built a reputation in the streets long before most people knew his name in the podcast world. Born in May 1990, Ant Hefe, real name Maurice Shellman, grew up in LA's infamous South Central, the area where gangs like the Crips and Bloods first laid their foundations, and where much of Los Angeles' gang culture still remains concentrated to this very day. Ant's early years were shaped by an out-of-control homicide rate in Los Angeles that was roughly 4 to 5 times higher than it is today, and it was this crazy and dangerous environment in LA that Ant grew up in. South Central was the epicenter for much of the violence going on in the city, but according to Ant himself, beyond just the geography, another big influence that pushed him towards the streets was his own father, whose strict and aggressive parenting style apparently caused Ant to rebel and eventually join a gang out of resentment.
So what led me to the streets is my father, so...
Right. The school picture is damn, son, where did you find this one? God damn. Man, I pray to God, boy, don't no nigga to know doc on me and shit. When you get young and shit, you about 8, you got them big ass rabbit teeth. Boy, I know that nigga would have not approved of that photo, boy. Nigga be like, oh no. You know, motherfucker develop into who they are, boy, but when niggas see them early adolescent years and shit, like, God damn, nigga, shit. I go for some of you motherfucking broads and shit too. I'm pretty sure you niggas had them little doodle brown braids and bro it. Oh man, embarrassing. But you know, for all the gang members and alumni that's out there watching this shit, do not get no ideas and think you can do some shit like this. This is probably for non-affiliates, journalism people. This is not for you, because trying to narrate and do this type of shit, this is definitely. Hey, big get cub. Hey, Keyway, get that nigga. Hey, BT, hey, blood ain't blue. That nigga did that? Yeah, nigga, that's some detective shit. Yeah, so y'all be careful, homie, because that shit right there, that shit ain't. Boy, listen. Only Trap Lord Ross can do some shit like this. Y'all niggas think y'all try to be some real YouTube journalistic people? All right, go ahead. Nigga be like, yeah, man, but why you cut them clips like that, nigga? You know what I'm saying? If you do that to him, nigga, you do it to us. Yeah, y'all niggas get toe down. Let's go. I hope you don't got no more young, embarrassing pictures, though. Let's go.
I had both parents in the house. You know what I'm saying? I had my mother and my father. But, you know, my father, he got Texas roots. You know what I'm saying? He came down here to California like in the early 60s. You know what I'm saying? He came down here to California, you feel me? So my father was like a real discipline. So, like, coming up, my father used to whoop my ass. Like, I used to get a whooping like with anything. Like, I get a with belts, switches, weight belt. Like, you know, my father had a real, like, low tolerance, you feel me? He was real strict. So, you know, I wasn't used to that, you feel me? I wasn't seeing other people's parents and the people who did have their fathers around, I wasn't seeing their fathers, like, acting like that. So, like, I started, like, feeling like that was abuse. So, at that young age, I start formatting in my mind that, you know, he don't like me or like he got something against me. So, you know, with all of my as I started to rebel against him, and me rebelling against him led me to the streets.
The gang that Ant eventually joined was the infamous 8-Tray Gangster Crips, also known as 83GC, or these days often referred to as ETG or 8-Tray Gangsters. Over the years, the 8-Tray has grown into one of the most influential gangs in Los Angeles, with a territory that's also considered to be among the largest in the entire city. After joining the 8-Tray Gangster Crips, Ant would be a teenage terror in South Central, repeatedly having run-ins with the law and spending stretches inside juvenile hall.
Gosh, man. I did it like you know what I'm saying? I did everything you could do out over the street. So it's just like, so, you know.
This is what's actually happening in your body when the scale won't budge. For weeks, my scale showed I wasn't losing weight despite.
I was in and out of jail, you know what I'm saying? I was going to school. Every time I got out of jail, I was in school. I was in and out of jail. So juvenile hall, I did every juvenile hall. I've been in Los Padrinos Juvenile Hall, Silmore Juvenile Hall, Central Juvenile Hall. I did 4 CAP programs. I was in Malibu. If you've seen the movie Gridiron Gang,
I haven't.
With the Rocket exhibit. So
okay.
Boom, that's a CAP out there, Malibu. That's a sports CAP. I was in there. I was like, My whole time, like as an adolescent, it was just, back and forth, you know what I'm saying, in and out of jail. Being from A-Trade, from gang banging and stuff like that, catching cases, whether it be a gun case, me, a stolen car.
But when Ant was around 18 years old in 2008, he would end up jumping into the deep end of the streets, and he became part of a massive interstate drug trafficking operation with other members of the A-Trade gangster Crips. And these guys weren't just moving any drugs. Ant was ahead of his time, and he was supplying the kind of drugs that today's rappers would probably spend their whole advances trying to get their hands on, because they were moving oxys, the real OxyContin pills, not the fent-pressed counterfeit pills that are flooding the streets of LA today. So this crack team of A-Trade traffickers would move these pills from LA to Spokane in Washington, a nearly 20-hour drive north. But unfortunately for Ant, this highly profitable pill smuggling operation would eventually come to an end in 2013 when they got busted by the feds. And by the time authorities were done rounding everyone up, the case had ballooned into something so massive it reportedly overwhelmed the court system itself. And eventually, the whole case grew to include a staggering 62 defendants. One of them was then 22-year-old Ant Hefe, real name Maurice Shellman, although interestingly, the court documents listed his middle name in that case as Keon Gray rather than Keon Gray, which appears in his most recent arrest record. But anyway, this was him, and Ant was charged with 2 counts in this sprawling 32-count indictment, which prosecuted the A-Tray members for trafficking and distributing these OxyContin pills. In December of 2014, Ant would ultimately accept a plea deal from prosecutors, pleading guilty to count 2 in exchange for the remaining counts being dropped. But this would still lead him to receive a crushing 120-month or 10-year sentence in federal penitentiary. Clearly, fighting serious charges and doing serious time isn't anything new for Ant Hefe, and he would sit down and take that bid with dignity. Eventually, towards the end of his sentence in November of 2021, Ant would be moved away from the prison to a halfway house in Los Angeles.
Man, I don't know why people have this ideology because a nigga might have did a lot of time in prison that when he go back, oh, he could do it, he did it all. Some niggas been like, nigga, they done with that shit, nigga. Don't no nigga want to be in no fucking kennel next to a nigga taking a shit, blowing up the toilet. Your bed is right here. Only difference, he covered that sheet just so he could go take a shit. And nigga don't want to wake up to that. Nigga, I don't care if a nigga did 20 years. A nigga get out and get this good freedom. A nigga can't go back to that. Like, nigga, they be like, oh, he did it, he can do it again. nigga like, hey, fuck you, nigga. You doing that shit. Nigga, I ain't dealing with that, bro. Despite, a man gonna always keep his head up, bro. That's one thing about a man. Relentless. You know what I'm saying? Resilience. Nigga, a hard time ain't gonna humble a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I know when a nigga sitting in that cell, he grabbing his head. Because he didn't just lose, time that he can't get back. Every day he's in jail, you can't get that time back. You know what I'm saying? That's another day you ain't gonna be able to hug your daughter. You know what I'm saying? To see your mama. What can happen at any time can happen every day. You don't know when somebody's number might get called from your family. Then you ain't there. You probably the one that hold everybody together, bro. Niggas be getting that shit fucked up. I don't care how much jail time you did, nigga. You get out and you get your life together, nigga. Nigga ain't trying to spend an hour in that month. Just processing. Just the processing to get submitted in jail is just a headache, nigga. Got a nigga get naked in front of 30, 40 men, bend over and cough. Nigga got to put a flashlight up your rectum. Like, come on, nigga. Come on, bro. That's, nigga, they look right now, they getting sweat equity out of him right now. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Come on, bro. He said he'll be home, so niggas got to take that. He seemed very confident. So, best of luck to that man. Let's go.
Where he would end up leaving the facility without permission, removing his ankle monitor and going on the run. And he spent several months on the lam before finally being captured in Nevada in May 2022. But despite this rather wild move, the charge of escape from federal custody was eventually dropped by the prosecution. Later, Ant would explain why he took off during a no-jumper interview, saying that the staff at the halfway house were trying to do him dirty only 30 days before he was supposed to be freed.
Every day, people bringing me clothes, shoes. I'm in there with Jerry and they see him in here with bust down diamonds. They looking like it started discouraging the staff. So I started getting into it with them. So from there, they put me on a ankle monitor, let me go home. I go home. So I was going in there to drug test. So like 30 days before I got off the ankle monitor, they do some weird. I go in there to piss on a Tuesday and go back to piss on a Thursday. So they try to tell me my Tuesday piss was good, but my Thursday piss was dirty. So I'm like, that's false. I'm like, I could piss again. Like, I'm 30 days out this. Why? I can wait to smoke if I want to smoke. Like, I ain't been smoking nothing. It don't make no sense for me to piss Thursday clean. They only to come here Tuesday to piss dirty. So I'm going back and forth with them. They wasn't trying to hear it. So they told me that they was reprimanding me back to custody. I said, that's out. I snatched the ankle monitor off right there, threw that, walked him out of the program, went on the run for like 6 months. They called me in Vegas. I come back from Vegas gambling, just hit Vegas for like 20 bands, come back, get caught on a freeway, traffic stop.
After finally regaining his freedom, Ant would slowly begin building a name for himself online in 2023, releasing not only rap music videos, but also commentary content centered around gang culture and LA street politics.
By these Mexicans, bro.
Dude, guess how much it cost me to make sure my family gets $1 million if something ever happens to me? You'll never.
How are you allowing that and you talking about y'all gangbangers and you tough? You quick to put that blick on it, look like you feel me, talk like you feel me, and got your background. But what about the other bro? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no picking and choosing. If you gonna die for this, you gonna be out here about this, bro.
The following year, in 2024, his work would finally begin to pay off, and combined with the reputation he'd already built for himself in the streets of LA, Ant would start attracting some real attention, making music together with popular LA rappers like Big Sad and landing appearances on live performance channels, even getting major platforms like the Street TV YouTube channel, where he was interviewed by Munchie B, who would later become one of Ant's co-hosts at No Jumper. And speaking of No Jumper, the following year in 2025, that's when Ant would finally receive his big break in podcasting. After doing an interview with Adam22 in May of that year, Ant became a regular on the channel, even getting a permanent position on the No Jumper show.
And for the people at home, if you're not familiar with Ant Hefe, he has a dope YouTube channel that everybody should go subscribe to. He also raps, drops music left and right, and we just did our first interview, which I think the first clip of it came out today, or you can go to the members only section, $5 a month, you watch the whole thing right now. So I after we did that interview, I was like, you know what? These guys are obvious choice. We got to get them on here and see what the vibe is like, because that interview was real fun. We had a lot of real good conversations.
Definitely a good vibe.
Eventually, he would become somewhat of a fan favorite, with viewers affectionately dubbing him the Alter Ego after he accidentally mispronounced the term alter ego during one of his live streams.
I might come up in that thing in a white beater. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't practice no proper etiquette. I'm not reading no textbooks. When I get on camera, I don't have an alter ego, none of that. I don't have an alter ego podding dude on camera and then get off camera and be somebody else.
Ant's wholesome mispronunciations would lead to several legendary catchphrases over the last couple of years. And while he was making moves in the podcasting game, he also kept on releasing music and steadily growing the catalog of videos on his YouTube channel, where he continued speaking on LA street politics, although now from a far more mainstream and grown-up perspective, as well as covering ongoing drama and news within the rap industry. Ant's channel grew very quickly due to his popularity amongst the No Jumper fan base, and at the time of his arrest, he had surpassed over 50,000 subscribers. But coming into 2026, a tragic incident would take place that might just destroy everything that Ant Hefe was able to build after he got out of prison the last time. On May the 18th, 2026, Ant Hefe would allegedly post a video to social media in which he spoke about having an extremely bad day. The true reason behind that video still being unclear at this point. But after what happened next, that video would suddenly become the subject of countless theories and speculation online.
What's the good old deal with the good old people, man? Today was not a good day, bro. Today was one of those bad days, man, where the devil was working hard, man. He was at work, man. And he was this close, man. He was this close. This close to cashing in on wishful thinking. So right now, right, I'm in a phase where I'm trying to regroup, you know what I'm saying? And think things through, man, and just, create the space to be calm and copacetic, you know what I'm saying, through the storm, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully y'all had a good day up out there, though, man, on this Monday, man, you know what I'm saying? To anybody day who was bad like mine, we gonna make it through, champ, you know what I'm saying? As long as we make it through the next day, man, we got another chance, man, to recharge, man, and regroup, man. Salute. Stay strong.
Because the very next day, on the 19th of May, Ant would be arrested by the LAPD on felony murder charges, together with another alleged 8 Trey Gangsta Crip member, Johnny Gray, reportedly known in the streets as North Face. That same day, the No Jumper show was scheduled to air with Ant as one of the co-hosts, sparking speculation amongst the panel after he suddenly didn't show up and went completely radio silent.
Guys, can we address the elephant in the room real quick? Is Ant okay? What's up with the
I guess Ant's not picking up his phone. People have been trying to contact him, and he's not picking up his phone right now. It is almost 2 hours into the podcast.
This is unlike him.
And in addition to that, he was supposed to be here an hour before the podcast. So I would bet money that he got arrested or something because
I don't know about that.
I don't want to wish it on him. It's just like if him being 3 hours late, phone off, not responding to anybody.
I don't know about arrested, but it's definitely like
that's what I was thinking. But you don't want to speak.
Yeah,
but I started thinking like
Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, or it could have been a family emergency. You know, when his kids got sick, he could have been in the hospital or something like that.
If you call his phone and they go to voicemail, that's all bad.
Or he lost his phone.
Or he just somewhere with no service. You know, that's the best. I don't want.
But it is like it's not like him. Even if he wasn't gonna come, he would say something if he had the ability to do so.
Yeah,
I mean, he usually come in and his tire got popped.
But he would normally have texted by now and be like, "Yo, I'm finna be late." Da, da, da. Like it's not. He's very professional, bro. Like
we leave. I'm gonna hit his brother and see what's up with him.
Yeah, hopefully he cool. You feel me? Like shouts to the homie. We love Ant, man.
Yeah, love Ant.
This will already start some theories online, but the following day, the internet would go wild when Ant's arrest was published by the LAPD on their database. This started an online frenzy, with TMZ seemingly breaking the news. This will be followed by all hip-hop and entertainment media reporting on the latest arrest of a No Jumper host. But almost as quickly as the arrest broke, a rumor mill began forming online over exactly which murder Ant Hefe had allegedly been charged with. One of the first people to push a theory that would go quickly viral was YouTuber Seti Nash, who dropped a video on May the 20th where he played a questionable clip of Ant accidentally admitting he did a shooting.
I don't know who this person is.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
But Hot Topics is pertaining to the shooting I did the other.
But he'd also bring up a rumor that he'd apparently come across online claiming that Ant Hefe might have been involved in the murder of Baby Huey, real name Jabari Henley, the son of infamous Big U, the alleged leader of the Rollin 60 Crips, who himself had been indicted in 2025 on federal RICO and murder charges. His son Huey was killed months after his arrest on Halloween of 2025.
But I just got some breaking news, bruh. They saying that allegedly, supposedly, Ant Hefe.
Man, this is crazy work. Trap, nigga, this you busting on Seti Nash, bro. I mean, I guess it's all good for the content. Anytime a nigga put you out there, put your name on their platforms, it's good, bro. It's really good, but you shitting on not Ant Hefe, but Seti Nash on this one. Let's go.
Is the one who killed Big U's son, Baby Huey.
69th and 5th, 69th and 5th, this guy got shot and killed. 77th Division.
It had been about 50 vloggers that uncovered this situation. This is the hottest thing on social media. Every day it's a new element, a new something that happened. Oh, it's gonna be a gang war. Oh, they probably did it. Oh, this what happened. So it's just like that's a neutral spot. All type of people, everybody hang out.
Boy, if this is true, if he's the one who did that, who pulled that off, bro, it's gonna be an ugly summer. Y'all stay the hell out of LA.
This theory was discussed by the likes of Whack 100 on his Clubhouse show. But from the very beginning, there seemed to be very little actual evidence supporting this theory beyond the fact that the Rollin 60s and 8-Tray Gangsta Crips are known to have a long-running and extremely deadly rivalry. And this rumor was practically immediately replaced by another rumor claiming that Ant had instead been involved in the murder of an alleged Five Deuce Pueblo Bishop Blood member known as Lil Bandit, real name Deshaun Coleman, who was killed after an argument begun in front of a taco stand near the corner of Slauson and Holmes in the early morning hours of May the 17th, 2026.
The LAPD says there was an argument just before the gunfire, and it all unfolded just steps away from a busy taco stand.
Telemundo 52 spoke with the brother of the man who was killed. I also spoke with one man who was working at the taco stand last night. He told me he heard about 7 to 8 gunshots.
We don't know nothing. All we know, we need justice. He was a good person, a loving person. He took care of everybody.
We hear some people yelling, like yelling bad words, start fighting.
Did you hear the gunshots?
Yeah, I hear the gunshots. I hear like 7 gunshots.
This rumor would seemingly take off on Reddit before being spread by numerous popular YouTubers, with one of the most detailed narratives coming from the former No Jumper host, Poetic Flacco.
So young Ant Hefe is at the taco stand, minding his business, trying to get some tacos, trying to eat. A Pablo Blood pull up. I think like ain't the Pablo's from like 5'4" or 5 Deuce, who knows, right? But the Pablo Blood pull up instantly. An altercation breaks out. He starts to bang on young Ant Hefe. Where you from, blood? Ant Hefe, I'm from A-Tray Gangsta Crib. Cool. That should have been the end of it. Now, young Ant Hefe did something that I think we should all do. Young Ant Hefe walks away, gets back into his car. Now, when young Ant Hefe gets back into his car, the Pablo Blood follows young Ant Hefe to his car. Now, I guess when young Ant Hefe is going back to his car, the Pablo Blood probably feels like he got the best of the situation, and he wanted to get the best of Mo. So he follows young Ant Hefe to the car. When I walk back to my car, I'm in my car, I'm trying to leave. You right here, feeling like I don't know what you reaching for. You yelling aggressively. And young Ant Hefe just had enough, man. Just had enough. Pulled out the pistol, shot about 7 to 8 times. Bro got hit, bro died. And now we're here. Allegedly, because he's still fighting the case. He could be completely innocent. This could have all been a misunderstanding. So allegedly, people, allegedly.
Now, it's not clear at this point where Flacco got his information. The entire story would end up being a pure fabrication. And already the following day, there would be a completely new rumor that had nothing to do with the taco stand incident. As No Jumper host Remo uploaded a video on Instagram, he claimed he had spoken to Ant's family, who allegedly revealed the real reason behind the arrest, an alleged DP gone wrong. A DP is short for disciplinary action or a discipline. This is essentially a violent beatdown carried out against a member of your own gang for breaking the rules. According to the rumor, this DP had taken place months earlier, had unfortunately gotten out of control, and ultimately ended with the victim losing his life.
Yo, just to update on the Ant Hefe situation. I know a lot of rumors have been hitting the internet. Everyone's trying to say that young Ant Hefe was actually involved with the shooting at a taco stand. I'm not sure about that. From what I'm hearing that young Ant Hefe was actually arrested from a situation that stemmed from like a few months back. I'm hearing it was like a DP gone wrong where, I don't know, maybe somebody in his clique got DP'd, but in the midst of the dude getting a DP, someone actually passed away during the DP, and that is actually what Ant Hefe supposedly, allegedly, is arrested for. I'm hearing that is not for the shooting. You know, a lot of people have been on record saying that it was actually him. He shot a guy a few times at the taco stand and related to some blood incident. I'm hearing that those are two different separate incidents from what I'm hearing in my sources. But, free young Ant Hefe. Shout out to everybody involved, my condolences to everybody. But I don't think Ant Hefe was actually involved with that shooting that everyone's trying to say with the blood guy from PB or wherever. But it was actually from a situation that stemmed from a few months back. And I think if you can if you see the videos, you can see Ant Hefe kind of was going through it where you could say he had a hard day. So I think Ant Hefe kind of knew the feds, or not the feds, but the police was actually on him. He kind of knew about the situation in advance. But free Ant Hefe, man, for real, man.
Flacco would also correct his earlier claims, uploading a new video where he discussed the DP rumor while also playing security footage from the taco stand shooting that had been the scene of the previous rumor. The footage did appear to show the incident in question taking place, although Ant Hefe himself didn't appear to be in the video. However, Flacco would still suggest that one of the cars parked outside the taco stand might have belonged to Ant, and that it's possible that he might have been present during that murder.
The question of the day is, did Ant Hefe commit this murder? Well, to answer that question, let's take a look at the footage of the murder. This car right here may or may not have been one of the vehicles that Ant Hefe used to drive to No Jumper. This right here is the gentleman that was shot and killed. This guy right here is about to get punched. Now, when he gets punched, the person who was shot and killed, they all began to move forward. Now, when they begin to move forward, somebody comes from around the car and started shooting. Hits him, he falls and dies. Then they chase somebody around this vehicle, but they couldn't shoot them, and the person goes away.
But the real exclusive would once again come from TMZ, who would post that same day the name of the victim, Carl Welch, and also reporting that he had died in a parking lot from blunt force trauma, and that the alleged date of the murder was the 31st of January 2026. These pieces of information supported claims of a DP gone wrong in a parking lot where the body was found as a result of blunt force trauma. But now that the alleged real incident was out in the open, online detectives immediately went to work, and it didn't take long before Reddit and other social media sites were flooded with photos of the victim, whose real name was Carl Terrell Welch. Welsh. In the streets of LA, he was apparently known as Lil Lowdown, an alleged member of the 8 Trey Gangsta Crips. This information seemingly confirmed that Ant Hefe was in.
This is why I say we live in a new world, gang, because it don't matter how you cut that shit, bro. This shit will be televised. And it's crazy because I don't think Trap Lord Ross understand that you give them a perspective of who he is, right? Or what he's been through, and they might know how to navigate around. If you speaking light, their job is to make sure he get locked up and he'll never come home, man. You see what I'm saying? I just don't understand how y'all pull this information like this. These doc series is dangerous, bro. Every time a nigga go to jail for a murder, you know what I'm saying, somebody died, it's a doc series that come out. I mean, if y'all should have seen it, if y'all seen a childhood picture, God damn, I hope no shit like that ever pop out between me and my loved ones, man. But nah, man, this is why I tell y'all all the time, man, we live in a whole new world, man. And unfortunately, the streets don't make the rules no more. You see what I'm saying? Because it's people that's on the internet that has no gang ties or no relations to the streets. And who are you to tell a nigga what he can and can't do? So, you know, y'all be careful, man. That's why I tell y'all, man, I tell y'all all the time, bro. Sometimes people not talking to you because they care. They talking to you because they collecting information. They talking to you, shaking their hands and act like they feel you, they understand you. The whole time, they collecting data. You see what I'm saying? They getting to learn your weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and it'll feel normal, like they could relate to you. So you keep talking. Then these niggas learn so much about you, they could go tell your story. You see what I'm saying? And portray you. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to keep y'all mouth closed, man. You know what I'm saying? Silence, it's some power in silence. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like, and stop letting everybody know where you live. When I say, nigga, I don't, people are, oh, I want to come to your house. Hell motherfucking no. I don't let nobody come to my crib. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am. I know exactly what I'm capable of doing, but I also know if a nigga get that addy, nigga, it's nothing to come. Well, nah, nigga, nigga need a passport to know where I stay at. You know what I'm saying? It's cameras coming in, cameras coming out, all that, and it's flat cameras all around my area. So, but just goes to show, bro, man, niggas is collect. Hey, look, niggas is not talking to you because they care about you. They collecting information. You see what I'm saying? They shaking their hands, saying they feel you. They laughing, calling you a real nigga behind your story, and you feeling yourself. It feels normal. And the whole time they can be fake with you. Like this, yeah, okay. Nigga taking notes. Right now, and everything they need to learn about you, and you don't know shit about them. Gotta wake up, nigga, and really catch this game, man, because, you know, the streets, don't nobody care about what a street nigga is. Civilians now, gang members is not putting this type of content out. Now, I'm gonna react to it to show y'all gotta, this is what I mean. You know, and this ain't no shade or nothing against Trap Lord Ross. This is what he do. He go to all these hoods and collect this data, this information, and he creates doc series, and hey, he's successful at it. But don't you gang bangers, gang members, and gang alumni is getting no fucking thought. Oh, man, niggas are you up in the streets for doing some shit like this, bro. I don't care how you cut it. We watching this shit together. I didn't even know half the shit he was going to put on here. See, a lot of time when y'all don't realize about reaction channels, we don't know what's on the video. We watch it in real time. Y'all niggas watch this shit. So just learn from this shit, man. But rest in peace to this man right here. And keep doing what you doing, Trap Lord Ross. If these niggas, it's funny how you niggas can stop a gang banger from doing some shit, but you can't stop no Trap Lord Ross. Yeah, you sure can't stop that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He said, you can't, mate. And nigga like, hey, where you stay at, Trap Lord? Why do you think you need my address? Nigga ain't getting close to that, man. And half the time, you niggas wouldn't dare put your hands on some Caucasian man. Nigga, that's real time. A taxpaying citizen and your criminal 30 felonies, been in jail 20 time ass nigga, yeah, you're fucked. Yeah, so a nigga go get a black man, but you won't go touch the regular citizen, man. So it's unstoppable, bro. It's unbeatable. So stop the shenanigans with all this bullshit and the politics about what's this and what's that, because, man, gang members is not winning, bro. Gang bangers is not winning. It's these niggas that's able to correlate and have perspectives and project doc series on y'all niggas. This is crazy. This makes him way 20 times more famous. Nigga, do you niggas got... And it could be a bad thing because some nigga like, man, before I die, nigga, I'm going to go out with a bang. They going to do a documentary about me, nigga. And that might be his life goal. Let's go.
Indeed accused of being present during the fatal beating of a member of his own gang. Soon, a video began.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels.
Circulating on social media that was claimed to show a bystander recording the alleged beatdown. Low-quality footage capturing a group of individuals seemingly punching and kicking someone lying on the ground. However, the location in the video didn't seem to match the parking lot location where the body was allegedly found.
Oh, no. See, yeah, man. See, that's too much for me, Chad. That's all I need to see. He putting that out there. I don't want to be a part of it. I didn't know he was going to do it. Hey, I got to get up out of here. This is starting to get a little bit too freaky for me, bro. Come on. But, hey, that's Trap Lord Ross. His content, I ain't mad at you. I don't know where it's going. It's going to a place I don't think I want to see it. So with that being said, man, we're going to get on to the next video. Y'all like, hype, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section of Ant Hefe documentary. And all you would you react to that? Bitch, I didn't know what the fuck he was doing on that video. So, nigga, we watched it together. So just tell me what y'all think and shit. Nigga, don't point no fingers at me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Let's get it. Let's motherfucking go. All right, gang, we out this thing.